What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we received our second-to-last stasis aspect, Grim Harvest, a pretty benign aspect that allows us to create shards off of stasis kills that will then give us melee energy if we pick them up. This also works very well with a fragment that actually makes those same shards home in on us and seek us once they are created. I'm going to be demonstrating how that works today, but in this episode, we are going after our last aspect, the final one, and this one is, well, it's really, really good. It's called Touch of Winter, and it is a stasis aspect that is specifically about improving the usage of our grenades. The one that I would highly recommend, and I typically like to pair with Grim Harvest when I am running stasis. Shatter Dive and Winter Shroud tend to be my last picks for PvE. Maybe PvP, I'll use those every now and then, but I'm not a huge fan of them. Well, okay, I'll always use Winter Shroud in PvP, but I almost never use Grim Harvest in PvP because it doesn't really have a place there. But we're going to be demonstrating this by taking out some Fallen here in Kel's Rising, which is what the aspect that we're going after today wants us to do. Investigate the new entropic shards in Kel's Rising. So off we go. So we can grab some heavy here, although I am full on it. I've actually got my Darcy sniper rifle with me today, which is going to be kind of fun to use. Okay, and also 2 can play at that game, sir. So let me just chain all those together and kill you that way. It's a lot stronger. Oh, and that's right. I have to have a stasis weapon to actually damage these things. I forgot about that. So, oops. There we go. Can't use my smig here, but that's okay. Not going to worry about that too much. So we actually don't have Fallen here. We have these guys, which is interesting. And if I can demonstrate this, let's see. I'm going to use an ability here. So see this shard right here that spawned out of that? That thing will now seek in on me. This is what recharges our melee energy. Now, there are 2 different types of shards. There are shards that will come from regular enemies, which are the standard shards. They will heal a little bit, or they will recharge a little bit of your melee energy. But then there are the much bigger shards that come out of powerful enemies, orange and yellow health bar enemies. These ones will give you almost half your melee energy back should you get them. So that is a bit of a difference, I have to say, if you can actually get your hands on those. So looking for that next shard. I think I might have to go up and around here. Possibly. Let me actually look. Maybe. I think I've lost sight. If I've passed one, oops, I might have to backtrack, but I think that was all of them. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go all the way up over here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see any down that way. But is this the spot? I think so. There is apparently some heavy on the other side. I think I missed one. Let me see if I can look down there. I don't know exactly. I'm not seeing any that I may have missed. Is there perhaps one up here? Maybe. I don't know. Hold on a moment. I did miss one. It was kind of floating right here above this area. Sorry. I got a little bit too ahead of myself. My bad. All right, so let's just get all those together so we can get ourselves some more shards. That was a miss, if ever there was one. There we go. Get ourselves the big one, and that's going to give us our melee energy right back. You can basically just use shurikens like crazy as long as you have this thing constantly working, which is really awesome, especially because you get those double charges. I don't think that it's quite as strong on the other subclasses. I'm not a huge fan of the Warlock melee, personally. The Titan melee is okay. With Warlocks, you really want grenade uptime more than anything, and with Titans, I'm just going to say right now, I don't really like your stasis subclass in general, but that is much more of a... I guess it's grenades too, but it's kind of the shoulder charge into enemies with glacier grenades sort of thing is probably the best bet with that particular subclass. So let's do that, get those together. Those can all kind of seek in, give me my melee energy back. Look at that. It's absolutely insane how effective that is. You can just keep kind of sending those in as more of these home in on me. Let's see. How about this one right here? Oh, that's right. I don't have Shatter Dive anymore, but that's okay. I don't need it. So I can do just that to get the exact same effect, effectively. All right, let's pull out my sniper for a moment here and try using this thing for a moment. Hey, that's some good damage. Can I get personal assistant going on you, please? Ooh, there we go. That's what I like to see. Ooh, look at that damage. What a fun exotic. And also that aim assist on it is just the stupidest thing ever. I don't know. That one count? Okay, apparently that one counted. There we go. Just keep homing in on all of them. Are there any more? You? Perfect. Can I get more of this heavy ammo, please? Or you're not going to give it to me until the boss spawns in, the big guy. Because I have a super for him. I'm not too worried about that guy. There we go. That's what I like to see. And with that, there's some good damage. Wyvern Exemplar. That should be just about all I need. Perfect. Aspect of Interference is complete. Let's just finish off the rest of these guys. And there we go. Super, super simple. Grab all that heavy ammo, and now we need to head back to the... Oh, no, sorry. We need to do the Heroic Simulation, which this one is Survival, which is a little bit different. This one requires Barrier and Overload, although I'm not too worried about Barrier champions in particular. So what I think I'm going to do is go back to Typhon, Le Monarch, and an Ignition Code once again. But I'm not too worried about the Barrier guys. I think they'll be pretty simple. We can just freeze them and then just destroy them with a lot of heavy ammo. It's a lot easier that way. Of course, I have no special or heavy for this, so that'll make it really fun. But we already know how this works. We're just going to move through it. Rely on abilities quite a bit. We should be okay. Not something we're going to be able to do as easily in Lightfall, but for right now, at least we can enjoy the fact that our abilities are stupid overpowered. I mean, honestly, you could go through most activities in the game without ever firing a shot if you so desired, at least at this current point in time. As long as you build appropriately. It's just kind of stupid how good they are. What do we got here? Oh, hello there. Okay, you are a Barrier champ. So for you, I am going to want to hit you with... Oh, I messed that up. See, that's what I needed to use my kinetic weapon. There we go. A little more. Got him. Freeze him. Perfect. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right, now I need to start killing these guys so that I can get them to drop their little motes, although that does hurt me because I forgot they drop those little pools. Okay, stop right there. There's some of that. That's okay. We're fine. Just a moment. I'll drop that on you. There we go. And then can I hit you with that real quick? Oh, that's right. I don't have any freaking... Ow. I'm actually going to die to this, aren't I? I am going to die to this. Yep. Oh, shoot. Maybe I should have been more concerned about this. No. Hold on. Maybe I should have been a little bit more concerned. Let's see. I can do the double freeze here, though. Let's try that instead. If I can hit you with this first, and then that. Perfect. And then that. Perfect. Okay, that all worked out great. Just need to have a little bit more planning going into these. I didn't know there was going to be so many Barrier champs here. So, oops. With you, I think we'll just do that, and then hit you with that to freeze you. Or I could completely miss. Come on. There we go. Hit him with... Oh, come on. I thought I was going to be able to get that in time. He's going to heal all the way. Gosh, dang it. There's another one of those. And then freeze him really quickly. Perfect. Almost got him. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, that's going to really cause me a lot of problems if I can't reliably get that to work. Almost got him. Oh, come on. Yes, we froze him just in time. Don't do it. Don't do it. There we go. Golly, that's a lot more complicated when I do it like that. Jeez. Oh, we're at Binding Cold times 9. 2. This might be a problem. It's going to kill me when my health goes all the way down. I can make it. Luckily, it goes down really slowly. Give me that. Thank you. Okay, we're back to times 8. We'll be fine. Thank you very much. Oh, I did not think this through. I did not think there was going to be more barriers than overloads. I guess there's probably only going to be one overload the more I think about it. Oh, well. We can still handle this. I just got to be smart. If I could only get some heavy, that would really help me out. It wouldn't be such an issue. I don't really have anything. Okay, luckily you guys are not in that situation, so that's fine with me. Makes my life a lot easier. No barriers there. Let's Kill you super quickly. Did your moat slide off the cliff? No, everything but your moat slid off the cliff. So, oops. All right, we're almost up. I'm just going to try to dodge really quickly so that I can maintain my double shurikens. Oh, that might be bad. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, that was dumb. I'm going to die here. Ah, that was dumb. I didn't commit fully. Crap. Okay, once more with feeling. Let's try this again. And at least from here, I can actually take care of this wall over here. I also have heavy this time, which will help out a fair bit. So let's drop that in and then just... There we go. That's a lot better. Don't want to use too much of it, though, because I'd like to be able to use it on future barrier hobbies. But let's keep going. All right. So down this way. And I don't think we're going to run into a lot of enemies down here. I think I can just jump all the way over to this platform. There we go. This is probably where we're going to run into our overload. Is coming up here really soon. I do need to get myself some kills here, though, so I can get some of those moats really quickly to get rid of Biting Cold. I think this is where our overload's going to be at. I just have to be really careful I don't freeze him too fast. Maybe? Yep, there he is. There he is. I had a feeling. I did not mean to do that. We'll just hit him with heavy a little bit. There we go. That should do it. All right, let's keep moving. Grabbing another one of those. Okay, Biting Cold should be gone. Now we just got to run through here where the actual thing is. And I'm not too worried about the boss itself, because with that, I'll just basically just rely on using a super and then my grenade. Also, I don't know if any champs spawn during this fight, but I can't imagine it's going to be too rough to deal with. So let me throw that up there. There we go. There's some damage. Ooh, there we go. All right. That's fine. That's fine. It wasn't. I mean, I guess there wasn't a ton, but we'll take it. There we go. And now I'm going to super you. And then let's hit you with these last 3 shots. Perfect. I didn't even get to really get you with that, but whatever. Everything despawned anyway. Perfect. There we go. Super easy simulation every single time, except for the fact that I constantly died to dumb stuff and wasn't really prepared for the barrier champs. All right, let's head off to the Ziggurat and beyond, and then we can call this one an episode as well. This is, in fact, the last episode of the Beyond Light expansion. That's it. This is it. After this, we are going to be working on other Beyond Light Year 4 related stuff, but it's not going to be anything within the expansion itself. It's going to be actually a lot of seasonal and free content that is a part of the game, as well as the 30th anniversary pack, which is its own thing. So let's head off over here, and then we can discuss this aspect really quickly. I say really quickly, but it actually might take a second for me to do a demonstration on it, because I got to show how it affects all 3 different grenade types. So in we go. Suck me in. You can leave my sparrow. I don't care about that thing. Let's go. And this is it. This is the last key to the Stasis subclass, to unlocking its full potential. I mean, we do have fragments to get, but I'm not really too concerned about getting the rest of them. I think we mostly have everything I want. Embrace the darkness within. And there it is. Touch of Winter is ours. How poetic would that have been if that had been when we hit level 100? Nope, not quite. But still pretty darn cool. We have all the aspects. I am going to get rid of Winter's Shroud for that. And we are going to, if I can actually... Oh, that's right. I forgot it's on the second page. There it is. Touch of Winter. And it's still 2 fragment slots, which is really, really nice. Okay, so your Glacier, Dustfield, and Cold Snap grenades have enhanced functionality. Glacier Grenade adds the Stasis Crystal and changes the formation. Dustfield Grenade increases slow field and creates a small Stasis Crystal on impact. Cold Snap Grenade. Seeker creates a Stasis Crystal on detonation and chains 1 additional time. So yeah, it's basically what it says. It's not really any more complicated than that. The Dustfield Grenade gets bigger. Unfortunately, it still doesn't have any of that enhanced suck effect, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But let's head off to the Eventide Ruins, since that is that is where we can get the faster stasis recharge, so I can actually demonstrate this really quickly. But this, I think, has the best effect on the Cold Snap and the Glacier Grenade. I mean, it's good on all three, but the enhancement in general is just really, really nice. Now, you have to understand, this is also exclusive to the Hunter subclass. You cannot get this aspect on the Warlock or Titan subclasses. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head on over here. Let's find these enemies over that are coming down from the skiff here so I can demonstrate this. So first things first, let's throw this one out. And you notice that instead of a straight line, it just basically creates a giant cluster of them, which allows you to really centralize the damage a lot better and also make sure that the damage goes exactly where you want it to a lot better, which is really, really nice. We move on over to the Dustfield Grenade, which is going to take a second to regenerate, but not too long. Now, the Dustfield Grenade, like I said, it's bigger and also adds a Stasis Crystal in the middle. Throw that out. You can notice the area of effect is a lot larger this time, and then we actually have a crystal we can shoot for that additional damage. Again, very, very simple. Last is the Cold Snap Grenade. It chains one additional time, so I'm going to want to find a big group of enemies to actually demonstrate this one with, if possible. If I could get another recharge here, that would be great, but unfortunately I didn't have the fast recharge going with that crystal. Probably should have left that. Oops. But we'll show it by throwing it at all of these enemies right here. So hold on a moment. And here it is. So creates that crystal, chains again. You can see each time it leaves one of these, which allows us to recharge things a lot faster and chain all of that damage a lot better. Almost makes that grenade as good in PvE as the Glacier Grenade, in my opinion, actually. So really nice to have, and the fact that it just has that insta-freeze is pretty darn sweet. This is really an honestly very usable grenade now with that sort of damage. And you know what? I might even end up rocking it for pretty much the remainder of our coverage of Destiny 2 Year 4 shenanigans. So guys, that is it. That is it for the Beyond Light stuff that we're going to be covering in this Let's Play. Aside from that, we're really just missing like the salvage quests, which are just do things on Europa, and Empire hunts, which we've already done, but you can repeat them again to get specific Europan weapons, none of which I'm a huge fan of, so I'm not really too beat up about that anyway. And then, of course, there are the collectibles, which there are a few things in that regard that we are missing. Things that require us to do stuff related to the raid, things that require us to use specific mechanics to get them, but it's all stuff that's just superfluous. It's stuff that you're going to want to work on to work your way up towards, if I can actually find it, things like the Splintered title, which is all the way over here, Beyond Light Splintered title. So stuff you get, all the weapons and whatnot. You got to work on Empire hunts and stuff like that. You got the sabotage quests, which, as you can see, you need all of those to get some Glacial Stalwart. This one, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on this challenge right here. This is just stupid. If you have to defeat something like 50 Fallen Brigs in all of the Crux Convergence public events, which is like, I want to say like more than 20, maybe it's just 40, but that's like 20 different public events just to get all the ones that you need to do. It's ridiculous. And then there's a lot of the collectibles, like the Dead Exos. We found 3. There's actually a total of 9 across Europa. Entropic Shards, which are also scattered across Europa. These actually appear once you have finished the Stasis Prototype quest. You can actually then shoot these with Stasis weapons. Originally, you could only shoot them with Salvation's Grip, because it was the only Stasis weapon in the game at the time, but they have since added more primary and special weapons to be able to get that done with. And then there's the Penguin toys, and these are all gotten through various means. You can get those as well. Last but not least is the Augment Triumphs. These are done by doing specific Augment quests. You need to track down Vandals that will have these like scanner icons over them, and then you have to go and shoot little drones out of the sky. It's all just extraneous stuff that really has nothing to do with anything beyond the extracurricular. It's to unlock lore books and things like that, but it's not stuff that I am going to be spending my time working on here in this Let's Play, because it does not actually affect gameplay in any shape or form. But yeah, lots of stuff you still can do, but lots of stuff that we will not be covering any further. Next time, guys, we are going to be taking a little bit of a pause to focus on what was undoubtedly the most important season of the Beyond Light era. There were 4 seasons that came with that point in time. The first was the season of the Hunt, which was very Crow focused. And we'll talk about this a little bit more in detail next episode, but the Season of the Hunt came with the Beyond Light expansion. Then there was the Season of the Chosen, which is what we're going to be mostly focusing on for the next few episodes. This was the most important because it actually had really big ramifications for future story-related stuff, including seasonal stuff we're actually going to be covering. Then came the Season of the Splicer, which was Fallen focused, and finally, last but not least, the Season of the Lost, which was Awoken focused and was kind of a follow-up on the events of the Forsaken campaign. Unfortunately, that one is lost to time. Almost all of these are lost to time, except for, again, just a few minuscule things that we're going to be touching on before we jump into Cosmodrome activities, which is a little bit later on. So guys, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Destiny. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.